Okay. And let's have this one today, Demi, and stretch and Demi, your heels down. Plie your heels up and down and through. Forward and 6. Forward and 6 and 7 to your second and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, same in fifth and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, gong and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, parallel stretch. Find your balance in second, and that is it. And here we go. Keep your hips low when you lift your heels and the heels. Put a breath forward and 5. That's it, good. Into your second. To the ball, nice long knees. Into your fifth. Two gong plies in second and that's it. And parallel stretch. Feel your little fingers up, elbows in front of your hip, and relax. Good. Here we go. To the other side, please. And half point and full point. Don't be afraid to go completely over to get a nice stretch right there. And a half point and heel and a flat and a half and a full and a close. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Flat and a half and a full and a close. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Flat and a half and a full and a close. Inside plie, outside plie through your first. Into your heels back down and a half point and full point and half point and close. Flat half point, full point and close. The same going to the side and to the front. Inside plie, outside plie, roll through in your first. Feel your balance. That is all it is. And here we go. Flat out. And hold. To the other side and try to get taller anytime your heel comes down to the floor. So when you close, feel that lift in your center. It starts right there and stay right there. And even a little taller and first, one tendu, one half point, one cheval first, one more tendu, one half point, one cheval, one tendu, and a one, and a two, and a three, and a four, and a five, and a six, and a seven, and a eight, one, and a two, and a three, and a four, inside, outside, inside, outside. One and a two and a half point, four and cheval, and six, one tendu. One and a two, your heel, cheval, tendu. One and a two, your heel, cheval, tendu. Four and a three and a two and a one and a change and a change and a change and a change close fifth front. Roll through in fifth. That's it. So keep that port bras going throughout your 8 counts. I went too fast there. So it's tendu, heel, cheval, tendu. And here we go. Finishes in first, not in back, to first. There we go. And first, and two. Now inside. Last one closes fifth, roll through in fifth. And relax when you're ready. Okay, here we go. To the other side. And that's it. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. One and the two and the three and the four and the five and the six and the 7 and 8. One and the two and the three and the four and the five. We should change our arm this cheval. And the 7 and 8. Front and the side and the back and the side demi-plie. Stretch. Fifth and the coupe cheval. 1 and the 2 and the 3, hold on. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 1 and the 2 and the coupe, cheval and 6, 2 more tendus. And the back and the side and the front and the side, demi-plié, soutenu. Other side.
Did that reverse?
Yes. Front fifth, coupe fifth, inside back cheval, 2 tendus to the front again. The same to the side, the same to the back. Then inside front, outside side, inside back, outside side, demi-plié, stretch your knees.
Okay. So there's 4 counts at the end then for the demi-plié and stretch.
You're absolutely correct, yes. And make sure that your arms with your chevals change too. To the front and to the back. Here we go. Here we go. Open, close, coupe, cheval, 2 tendus, 1, 2. Cheval and 1 and 2. Faster, 1 and 2 and 3. Plié at the side and 1, 2. There we go. That's it. Careful there with your coordination. That's it. And 1. Demi-plié and 1. There we go. There could have been a soutenu, yes. Better late than never. And relax.
I wasn't sure about the last counts because
yeah,
I lost the timing.
Yes, they were the faster ones down.
Okay.
Okay. How about the same thing a little bit quicker with dégagés and just 1 dégagé in the end instead of 2? So fasten your seatbelt. 1 and the 2 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2. No. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 and the 1. So there were 3 balance faster in the end. Little spell check here. Dégagé, coupe, cheval, dégagé. The same to the side, the same to the back. 3 balance fast, close fifth. It's almost the same thing we just did. However, it's now just from your toes. Otherwise, if you start using your knee, you're going to be in major troubles. Accents in fifths on the count. Okay, good luck. And here we go, and fifth, and fifth, and fifth. Fifth, and fifth, and fifth, and fifth. So really accent your fifth. And close, and close, and close, and close. Careful with your cheval that it really closes in fifth, otherwise you'll be right in between there somewhere. Here we go, fasten your seatbelt, and here we go, a fifth, and fifth, and fifth. That's it. I know, this is really mean. Make sure both legs stay active the entire time. And here we go. Balance and run. That's it. Almost, we're getting good at it. Let's take the reverse. You start the reverse and then soutenu to the other side. You started well, just keep the same beat going. So you're basically stumping the floor. Careful with your cheval not to engage your knee too much. Think it's 4 dégagés, mechanically speaking. And relax, relax, relax. That was better. That was better. If you're making progress. This is an EMC, like extra mean combination. Okay, here we go. Okay. Shake it out, shake it out. Not bad, not bad. We're getting there. I would love to repeat it one more time. Now that you're getting the hang of it. Possibly adding the correct arms.
Oh boy.
Yeah, really accents in and in and in, and you're in business. Here we go. And
I can't do it with the arms.
then let's keep your arms
Can't
in
do
second. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
it.
Yeah, make sure your toes don't get too far away from the floor. Is that making sense?
Okay.
Okay. Here. You want to start it one more time from the front, or?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I didn't quite get it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
From the
Here
front.
we go. And. Good. Okay. Let's take it just from the reverse. Just from the reverse. And I like this one. And very valid, very valiant battle there. Okay, here we go. And all right, here we go. And okay, let's give this a rest. So, this is real coordination, just toes, toes, toes. Okay. Let's go. So we get our dégagés in without worries. Front and the side and the back and the side and the first and the first and the first and the fifth and the first and the first. Two quicker, two fifth, passé flat. Close your fifth. Encore and two and the three and the four, four and the three and the two and the one. Too slow, too fast, two fifth, passé relevé. Close fifth, soutenu, other side. Front, side, back, side, first, 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 fifth, first, 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 fifth, passé and flat, close. Back and the side and the front and the side and the first and the first and the first and the fifth. Too slow, too quicker, too fifth, passé, relevé, close fifth, and soutenu. Front side, back side, first, 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 first.
First, fifth.
No, no, too slow, too fast. Close fifth front.
First.
First, first, fifth. Passe.
Fifth front?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Then close fifth back to reverse it.
Okay.
Here we go. And 1, 2. Easy first. Feel your toes pushing the floor away. And 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Passe. Close fifth back. And 1. One, two, plie, relevé. Let go, soutenu at the side. 1. That's okay.
I completely forgot.
Okay, here we go. And 1. Well, you figured it out. And 1. 4. Too slow, too fast. There we go. And finish. Okay. Let's have circular port de bras 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, onze and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Plié to coupe to passe. Close fifth, inside passe, stay. Oh. Close fifth, plié front to reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, close up. Inside passe and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, plié. Stretch.
With the hop?
If you like to, yes. You even can beat it if you want to. With a hop and entrechat read, how's that? Here we go. And straight from your fifth, your jambs, and 2. hopped a lot nicer than me.
Oh, good.
Okay, here we go. Left side, please. Squeeze first. Let's go front and back plie all the way around. Front and back, no plie, and around. Front and back and plie all the way around. Plie, releve, and close. Back and front and back. Plie straight around. 1 and 2, keep it straight now. Plie, attitude and around. 1 and 2 and plie and around. Then the plie, releve, close fifth, soutenu. 3 balance was. Number 3 goes straight into plie, rond de jambe around at 45 degrees.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, keep it straight so you can plie attitude, then go around. Once again, like the beginning, plie straight around, balance, close.
Okay.
And here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, around, and 1 and 2 and 3, plie. 1 and 2 and 3. Plie releve. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Careful. And 1. To the other side. And 1. 1. 1. go. Mr. Plumpton is challenging our rhythmicality there. Okay. Fondue to the front and fondue to the side, port de bras to the side, 7 and the 8, fondue to the side and fondue to the back, back and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, inside front and the outside side and the inside back and the stay. Oh, why not take it through to the front, demi-plie, stretch. Fondue to the back, fondue to the side, away from the bar. Fondue to the side, fondue to the front, forward. Fondue to the back, fondue to the side, fondue to the front. Feel your balance, take it through to arabesque. Close demi-plie, stretch, we'll take the left afterward. Fondue front and side, port de bras to the bar. Fondue side and back, up and over back. Inside front, outside side, inside back, balance. Take it through your first to the front, balance, close 5th position, deep demi-plie, stretch, reverse. And here we go. And remember, you could feel that stretch during your pliés. All right, here we go. And coupe, frappe, frappe, cheval, coupe, frappe, frappe, cheval, coupe, open, petit battements, plié and close. Frappe, frappe, cheval, coupe, frappe, frappe, cheval, coupe, frappe, frappe, cheval, coupe, petit battement, plié, soutenu à the side. So this is the same coordination challenge that we had in our dégagés, just a slight bit more doable. Here we...
Wait, so is that front, side, back, or front? Wait.
It's front, side, back. Because we are switching legs with our coupes each time.
Okay.
Frappe, frappe, cheval, the other leg does the coupe.
Okay.
Started to the side, started to the back. Petit battements. Reverse. And here we go. And 1, 2, and in and down. 1, and in and down. Oh, remember, cheval is in. To the other side we go. Oh, careful there, you need too much in your coupe. Your head could be to the side. And relax. Alright. Okay. Let's go simple. Cheval low, cheval a little higher, develop here 6 and 7 and 8. Let's have this coordination. Cheval higher. The same coordination for your developing. 1, 2, 3. Into your coupe. Attitude. Stretch. Pas de bourrée. Soutenu. Cheval low. A little higher. Develop here. However, your arms are always having the same port de bras. Ditto to the back, ditto to the side. The same leg goes to coupe attitude, so it's your outside balance this time. Stretch, pas de bourrée, and soutenu. And here we go. And fingertips and toes. And 2. And 5. To the back, reverse quarter to the back. There we go. Your arm should be in second, not in arabesque. And 1. And 2. Same quarter bar. Into coupe plié back. Knee up your left. Careful, that is your coordination. And 2. And 5. And same coordination for your develop here. There we go. It's a little bit similar to what we did yesterday. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 half turn on the dom. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 1.5 on the oar. Step out of it. Cloches and 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the close. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. Front and the 2, so you keep on going with the same leg. 5 and the 6 half turn on the oar. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 1.5 on the dom. Tendez back. Back and the front and the back and the front and the back and the front and the close. That's correct. 3 to the side. 3 to the side. Yep. There. Now 1.5 on the oar. Front foot goes. No. Yeah, front foot goes. And turn the forward out of it. No, remember, yes, it steps out of it forward. And you picked up the wrong foot in your head. There we go. Now cloches start to the front. Front and the back and the front and the back and the front back stretch close. Reverse it. Back, back, back. Half turn. Side. You were right. Soutenu. No, you're going to the front. It's back, front, side. Now half turn on the oar. Same leg goes. That just did combattements. But do not change your fifth with your landing. You're landing fifth front. Yep. 3 to the side. Same foot goes on the dom 1.5. Yep. Yes. 1.5. Step back out of it. Turn your back. There. Cloches start to the back. 6 of them. Number 6 stretches and closes. Half turn on the dom. It's your second move. The same leg that did combattements goes into the coupe. And do not change your fifth. Do not change your fifth. Right. So your coupe stays back. Now you go 1.5 on the oar. Same leg that just did the combattement. And step forward, correct. So you really have to push yourself aggressively forward out of the turn. Or backward out of the turn in your reverse. That's the whole point of it. Too soon. Are we good?
All right, let's.
Yeah, soutenu half turn, 1.5 turn. Your fifth never changes out of your coupes. Relax. Almost. Just don't freak yourself out with that 1.5. See, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And let's remember that plie also means to relax and exhale. All right. Here we go. Left side, please. have reversed it, yes.
For some reason, I thought I just did.
No, you did not. Okay,
Okay.
here we go into the reverse and step back and closures. There we go. And finish. Okay. Let's have a nice stretch. What do you say? tendu and tendu, cheval and coupé, and tendu, cheval and coupé, and tendu, cheval coupé, relevé, forward, plié, soutenu to the other corner to reverse it in the FSA. Back and the cheval and coupé and side and the two and the cheval and coupé of, no, that's not right. Back and the cheval and coupé in front and the cheval and coupé and side. Two and the cheval coupé relevé. Back and plié, tiny on the or turn and coupé back, close fifth back. You're ready for the other side. Tendu, cheval coupé. Back into cheval and coupé, now side into cheval coupé relevé, forward plié, corner change. Tendu, cheval coupé, same leg keeps going. Cheval coupé, same leg keeps going. And the cheval coupé relevé. Back in the fifth, on the or turn, close fifth. Two tendus, one cheval, one coupé.
How many tendus?
Two. Tendu, cheval, coupé, the other foot. The same, that foot keeps going tendu, cheval, coupé, the other foot. That foot keeps going écarté front. One and the two, cheval, coupé, relevé this time. So you have to close and plié to relevé. Tendu forward out of it. Close fifth back. Mini soutenu to the other corner. Reverse. Back and the in and the down and the front and the in and the down. It's a coupé, not a tendu. Careful. Yep. And the side and the two and cheval. No, that would be the other leg. We're switching legs. So you're starting to the back with your left. With your right, I'm sorry. To the front with your left. Is that right?
This is my left.
Okay,
So-
then you're starting to the back with your left, to the front with your right. Then you switch back to your left.
Here.
The same foot keeps going exactly to cheval. Coupé relevé, tendre your back, close fifth. Tiny pirouette on the or back foot. I'm replacing that soutenu, so we stay on the same
Because
side.
it stays in the same
Exactly, now you can start it on the left. Two tendus, a cheval, and a coupé with the other leg. The pattern is front, back, side. Are we good to mark this?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Don't keep going with the same leg. After your coupé, the same leg keeps on going into the next direction. Is that making sense? It's very tempting to shuffle these things around unless you feel the ending of each of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cheval, coupé.
The same leg keeps going, that's it.
Cheval, coupé.
Turn your back. Close fifth, pirouette on the O in this case. From your back foot to close and fifth back, correct. Now you're on the left, you can start it on the left. It's trickier than I thought. Okay, Here we go. And. Wrong leg, so. And around. No, you were right. And 1, 2. Remember, cheval goes to 5th straight away. It's not the developé. There we go. And 1. Easy turn. Close your 5th. And 1. Careful, not too much knee. That's it. Easy switching. Back. 1. All right, not bad, not bad. When it comes to from the front, we're going through first. When it comes from the back, we're going through third. Coupé, plié, and passé, plié, and développé to the front. Stay where you are now, change. Arabesque, FSE. Stay where you are now, change. En face, passé, relevé, temps lié, forward step, back, tiny circle around. Coupé and plié and passé and plié and développé, FSA front. Stay with your first one, change with your next one. Passé to FSA arabesque. Stay where you are. Change to en face, passé, temps lié back and forward, all the way down to go back, one circular port de bras from there, and close. So it's only the first.
Is this changing and then changing back? Is this changing corners?
Yes, it does. However, from your second set on, your first coupé stays where it is, and then your passé changes. So your first one changes corner immediately from that point forward. The coupé doesn't, but the passé does. The first one is a coupé, the second one is a passé. The third one is a développé. Just for logistics. We are starting here. The first one changes on the oar. It's a coupé quick, not a passé. Careful to distinguish the two of them. Now passé. Now coupé, passé, développé. From this point forward, don't change, because otherwise you would have to go this way. Coupé, passé. Sorry. Coupé, when it comes from behind, your port de bras goes up and over through third. When it comes from the front, it goes on the oar. It comes up and over to FSA arabesque. We are switching leg. Keep your coupé where it is, so we can change it with the next one. So we can change it for our développé à la seconde en face. Passé, relevé, temps lié back and forward. Sixth port de bras, so to speak. Circle. If there's time for temps lié, take it, so you're not running out of room. Then the first one is the only coupé that changes immediately. Passé, coupé into développé. Keep it for the first one. Now change. Change again for your arabesque. Change leg, coupé, stay where you are. Passé changes. Through coupé to développé à la seconde. Passé relevé, templier back into forward. Port de bras. Templier if there's time. So the same leg also always goes 3 times. It goes coupé, passé, développé.
So then the third one, for the coupe, it doesn't. The body stays in the same.
Exactly for the for the second
For
and for the second and the third one, you're right. The first one is the only one that changes immediately, just because that's how the combo rolls. The first time you're changing. The second time after you develop your FSA, you're already in the corner where you need to be. So you're staying for the first one and change with the second one.
Okay.
Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Years after each of these things, so don't get too stuck. Not too slow. Change leg, stay. Stay. Change. En face. First one changes. So we get to FSA. Is that making any sort of sense?
Okay.
When you come from 5th position back, your arm goes through 3rd. When you come from 5th position front, your arm comes through 1st. En dehors through 1st. En dedans through 3rd. En dehors with an en dehors port de bras. En dedans with an en dedans port de bras. Is that making sense? All right. Here we go. Through 1st, through 3rd, and through 1st again. FSA front, close 5th, change leg, stay where you are through 3rd, through 1st, through 3rd, and change leg. Now 3rd, now through 1st. Oh, make sure there's a distinction between passé and coupé. That should be a passé. This is another coupé. Ha ha ha. There's a coupé followed by a passé followed by a coupé into the développé.
Okay.
So carefully not to let your toes just bounce around. I know this one is a lot of work. It would be nice to have a nice fifth after each of these things.
Oh, okay.
And just as a hint, in a progression, each of these things would be a pirouette. That is just a hint. It's not a threat. It's not something we're going to do, but it could be there. So when you take your first coupe, feel it like an en dehors turn. When you take your second passé, take it like an en dedans turn. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Also, let's not have lazy fingers. Each port de bras finishes in second position, not somewhere up there to be convenient. Yeah, so there's a lot of work going on in your arms. It opens, especially this one. It opens. Now you can start over into your port de bras FRC. It opens when you close, so now you're coming from the back. So it's coupe with that en dedans port de bras. It's passé with the en dehors port de bras. And through coupe with the en dedans port de bras for your development. And then it's again en dehors, en dedans, en dehors for the rest. Just for good housekeeping, technically this port de bras steps onto a straight back leg. So it doesn't shorten through fourth.
Okay.
Are we up to doing this one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And as always, importance is in fifth, plie, the one we always like to forget about. Okay, here we go. So really feel these fingertips and toes moving constantly. Through first to second. There we go. Develop your FSA front. We got the arms right, but everything else suffered after. So basically the opening of that arm is the beginning swoop allongé for your développé. Okay. Here we go. One more time. That's it. That's it. Good. 2 seconds. So you can go a bit more immediately. And one. Open 2 seconds. That should have been only a word. Now on the down port bar opens 2 seconds. Always open 2 seconds. That was ha 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 ha. And 2 seconds. It's just a swoop. It's kind of take your shirt off, put your shirt back on. You know what that coordination is? That's glissade with arms in second.
Yeah.
It's exactly right there. So it's the slight difference between arms to first or to third versus arms through first or through third. 2 seconds. So the final destination is always a second position allongé. Right, otherwise you get stuck in it. And it was very clear how easy it is to get stuck in it.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Let's start it one more time, starting with your left. The right side was, we did already the right. Okay, here we go. So you don't get adagio overload. And so always continue your port de bras no matter what you do. And the same thing, it just has to go a little faster. There we go. Careful, and arms on the down port de bras, 2 seconds. Swoop. step onto a straight back leg. So you actually push off your front foot. Push off and step onto a straight back leg. There you go. And then from there, stay there for your circular port de bras. It's the classic sixth port de bras in the Russian school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know. Your future self will have an interesting time to see how your arm's transitioning from one place to the other. We'll keep some of these port de bras in future
Yeah.
things because that literally is the secret to having correct coordination in glissades. Let's go simple. Balancer, passer and tenlier and forward. Plier, attitude, plier, pas de bourrée, chasser to the front. Couper, turn, tenlier, tenlier, plier, passer to forth. Balancer, passer and back and the front and the plie. Hold on. It's two balances. Balancer, balancer. No. It is two balances. Oi. Balancer, balancer, passer to tenlier, plier to attitude, plier, pas de bourrée. Forward and plier, couper, tenlier, tenlier, plier, fourth, pirouette, passer to fourth. Two balances, to passer, to tenlier, to prepare, attitude, plier, pas de bourrée, chasser, forward, plier, couper, tenlier, forward, plier, passer, to fourth. So two balances, passer, tenlier back. Prepare en dedans. Attitude heel forward.
Here.
Plier arabesque, correct. Pas de bruit to fifth.
Okay.
Chasser forward, that is your next phrase. Plier, couper turn to tenlier back. That's the one you don't like. There we go. Now one more tenlier forward, plier fourth. Pirouette passer to fourth.
Four.
Yeah, let's
Finish
go.
this in fourth.
Let's finish in fourth. Then transfer your weight to the other foot, to your front foot, so you can start it on the other side. Balancer, balancer, passer, tenlier.
Okay.
Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
This time. To fourth. We have time to do this for the other side.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if we can feel our coupés and passe after all of that coupé stuff we've been doing today. Haha. And over. And close. Left one. And over. That's it. And over. Knee back. Better. And 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 finish. Left. Okay. Second set was a little bit better than the first. Cheap at the factor 4-2 first and 3 and 4, 4-2 second, 3 and 4. Demi-rond plié, en dedans and coupé fifth, 4 changements. 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 3, 4 changements. Are we good for a mark?
Yeah.
It's fairly simple. Okay, here we go. Almost just a little less hesitant. That was very contemporary. And we are spiraling into the universe. Okay. Yeah, careful. Direct path to your coupe from your fourth position. Heel forward immediately. Okay. Here we go. One more time. The turn should have happened on the other side too, just saying.
Did I not change sides?
No, you did not.
I
But that's okay. I can punish you with the next combo. just a tiny bit under me. And in the vein of what we did earlier. Changement, assemblée, assemblée, open second. Changement, assemblée, assemblée, open second, close fifth, assemblée, assemblée, open second, close fifth, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, one échappée. Changement, two assemblées, open to second like an échappée. The other foot closes back, so you can, that is your one and the two and the three and the four and the one and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven stretch. So you get that changement only in the beginning of the combination since we are starting it in fifth. Changement, double assemblée, open to second. Left foot closes back, that is basically your changement. Close fifth, assemblée twice. Assemblée, assemblée. Open second. Close behind, assemblée, assemblée, glissade. Assemblée. One échappée to change feet. You're ready for the other side. Start with changement from that point on. It opens to second like an échappée or a half échappée. Always close behind with the other foot so you can take your assemblées always starting from the back. Close back, close front. Close front, close back, my bad.
So there's not a changement on the second time.
Exactly, because you're in second position. So the closing of your second is in place of the changement.
Okay, all right.
Is that making sense? One and the two and the three and the open and close and the two and the three. You're doing exactly the right thing. And the open and close and the one and the two and glissade. Assemblée, one échappée proper. To switch feet. Yeah, now you have your changement just in the beginning of the combo. Change, assemblée, assemblée, open and close. Assemblée, assemblée, open and close. Assemblée, assemblée, glissade. Assemblée, échappée to switch legs. Yep. This is all about pushing down.
Oh, then some they should pay for this.
Are we good to,
Alright.
are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Okay. It rolls very nicely unless you do something wrong. Then it doesn't. So this is just about good mechanics. All right, here we go. The second time it's assemblée, assemblée, immediately glissade, assemblée. You don't have assemblée, assemblée. You have glissade, assemblée the third time. Fifth, assemblée, assemblée, open second. Fifth, assemblée, assemblée, open second. Fifth, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, échappée.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. Just let it roll. Use that brushing motion. Use these in between second positions for your assemblée to get a nice push. And here we go. That was better. Right. Now, wouldn't it be nice if that bottom foot actually would stretch?
Yes.
Meaning, think you're doing a dégagé sideways, the opposite way of your assemblée. This way it stretches guaranteed. Right, but keep the assemblée and all of that stuff. It's just instead of just pushing down, think you're pushing slightly out sideways because your toes are already there. There. Yep, correct. Can you feel that? Right, right.
I don't know if I can get off the ground with that, but
Well, there's only one way to find out. What do you say? Are you good?
well, about that. Mhm.
Feel free to stop after the first side.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. One last time. And that's it. That was the right idea, so. Would you like to start this one more time with your left foot in front?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay, here we go. Mhm. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Absolutely. Good job. So when you watch this, what's the difference between your assembly the first time we did the combination
Yeah.
and then the second time we are doing the combination? Even so, we didn't get all the way through, but that is really not the point.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So really see the different foot articulation. Okay. Excellent job. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
rest of your day, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Oh, before I forget, I'm teaching a class until 12:30 tomorrow my time. Can we start
Oh,
30 minutes later?
sure.
So instead of 11:30 your time, let's start at 12.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that'll be two for Jane, right?
Right, but she probably can't make it anyway. She texted me. She's in rehearsals and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
All right.
So new. I'll put that on my calendar now.
Right. And I'll let her know that we start at 2 in case she can make portion of the class.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.